Welcome to the Fantasmagorium show. On today's show, who wins in a Furiosa fight? Shang-Chi and the legend of 60 million things that I don't care about. And Clerks III has wrapped. And I can assure you that I am open. Let's go.
And we are live.
Ahoy, Steve.
Ahoy, matey.
How's your day? What's going on?
Good. It was busy. Bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff I was doing, working on some stuff. I came up with a new synopsis for a new book last night. This kind of thing usually happens to me when I'm either dreaming in bed, sleep, or trying to go to sleep. Is when I have some of these epiphanies happen. It's happened with business ideas. It's happened with book ideas. And last night it happened. So it was awesome. I shared that with Scotty. Scotty thought it was a halfway decent idea to pursue. So, the next book.
Inspiration is inspiring. And I love the tales of inspiration. Where do you get your ideas, Steve? Did you just have this sort of jot to the head in the middle of the night thing happen?
I did, but it was born of, we've been talking a lot about the Matrix. I recently watched a documentary called A Glitch in the Matrix, which is about simulated reality. I've been thinking a lot about that, and it might have a tangential tie into my first novel. Even though that they'll be very different in tone and this one's a hard sci-fi, that one's like a YA fantasy novel, but it may kind of serve as at least a loosely based prequel, but we'll have to see how it all turns out.
Well, The Hobbit is a YA novel.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Perhaps you've discovered your Lord of the Rings.
Well, maybe. I wouldn't go that far, but
I don't know. I haven't read it,
but they're fun. Droplets for the Soul is really cool. It's very YA, but the concept is really cool. So I'd really like to get that published so people can start reading it. But yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about. I was pretty jazzed about it today. The fact that it came together the way it did. Where it's piecing together simulated reality and beginnings and endings and things like that.
Life, death,
love, hate. So pretty excited about that. Nice. There's some other YouTube stuff coming for the channel that we can't announce yet. Actually, we can announce it, but it's just not available right now.
Well, before we start going off on all the things that are available, let's start talking about the things that are unavailable.
Which is?
Hey, guys, we need a vacation.
Yeah.
We're taking next week off.
Almost off.
Yeah. We are taking the Fantasmagorium Daily Show just on a little bit of a hiatus for a bit. We have to figure out what time frames are going on with that. I can say that Set to Stun is still happening on Monday.
Correct.
And Martini's Gadgets and Guns will stop for no one.
Right.
So that is happening on Wednesday. And Turget at the Cult Cinema Movie Classics.
Cult Classic Movie Corner.
It shuffles nicely, okay?
You'll get it one of these decades.
It is still going to be happening next Thursday, and we're going to get together for a Friday free-for-all on that Friday. I don't have the numbers in front of me in terms of the dates. I'm sure I could click this button.
I'm not sure what time we'll do. If we do, we're going to do a Friday free-for-all, and it might be later in the afternoon or evening.
Yeah, it'll be Friday the 10th of September.
No. Can't be the 10th. This Friday?
Today's not this Friday. No, we're doing everything normal this week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, next week. Next Friday is the 10th. You're right.
Yes. So we're back for the Friday free for all on the 10th, but this week, free as a bird. You're going to have to put up with us.
Yeah. We do have the long weekend, the holiday weekend, Labor Day, and all that good jazz.
And we decided to make it longer.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. As Scotty said, I think on the show Monday, we starting a new day job. So we want to. It kind of works out perfectly that week, so we can we don't have to expect him to go work 8 hours a day and then come do a show and a daily show at least. Plus, we do, both of us need a little time, I think, to just kind of relax and not have that daily show, have all the work that entails, while we figure out what the best time is going to be for the show moving forward. Obviously, we're not going to be able to keep this time slot. We're going to have to most likely move it up 3 hours or 4 hours.
Steve.
But we'll have to figure that out.
Steve.
Yeah.
Can I see you at camera 2?
Sure.
No one cares.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. Well, some people care.
Well, I care.
I care, and we have regulars
I know.
We have at least 1 or 2 people watching at any given time. So
that's not what they're here for. They're here for the news. They want to hear the news.
So, anyways, so we'll do that. Like we say off the top every day, please like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, do all the things. We tell you this, but we do it for a reason. It's a communication tool. Repetitive, saying things over and over again. Anyways, subscriptions are great, but we do.
Can you tell we're taking next week off?
Right. Subscriptions are great, but we really do like the engagement. The engagement helps the channel grow. So please, the likes, the shares, commenting in the comments after the live show, on a repeat watching or watching it later. That's awesome.
Well, and also hello to Claire and Simone and Darius Munchausen and Kip Ellis has been here before. Hail to Tim Possible.
Cam.
Cam. How could I forget about Cam? I'm a bloody fool. Anyway,
Slice Night, Sergey, Todd Michael.
Come on, the Richard is here.
Richard, yeah, awesome. Yeah,
everyone who comes and shows up and subscribes and puts up with our shenanigans, thank you so much. We appreciate it. But, Steve, enough about us?
Enough about us. Well, if you'd like to send a tip with your comment or question, please do so. www.streamelements.com/Fantasmagorium show /tip. Also, check out our website, our shows, a link to our daily audio only podcast, so you can take us with you. We'd love to be your traveling companion. We also have a shop you can check out. Get yourself some of our merch. We have new designs of t-shirts and mugs. Do so www.phantasmagoriumshow.com/shop.
There's a USS Voyager shirt.
There is. There's also a Deep Space Nine type shirt too. It's
I know.
Really cool.
It is.
Yeah. So there's some cool designs. Check them out. In fact, I actually have both of them. Look at that.
Boom. Science. Terok Noor. My favorite of the Noors.
Hip-Hop Noors are pretty dope, though. It was in shambles.
I don't want to be racist, but all the Noors look the same.
All the Noors, yeah. Well, all right.
Anyway, what do we got?
So, off the top, Doom Patrol dropped a season 3 official trailer, which looked great, by the way. If you're a fan of this show, like I am, go check out the trailer. Season 3 streaming on HBO Max September 23rd, 2021. I don't know if you got a chance to see this, Scotty, but it looks great. Do you watch Doom Patrol?
No,
you should. You should.
I pretend to.
So that's Doom Patrol and Titans for sure. You got to check those out. You'll like both of them. They're amazing shows. Doom Patrol is just wacky good time.
I've watched a couple of episodes of Doom Patrol, and there's never enough Timothy Dalton.
There is though if you stick with it.
Well, maybe I've just seen the wrong episodes.
Maybe. Start
And
start
also,
start at the beginning and watch all of them right through until the end of season 2, and you'll be good.
okay.
Why not? So, moving on to our topics for the day.
Yes.
First up is here's a full voice cast for Marvel's What If episode 4.
The following contains spoilers for Marvel's What If episode
So
4.
if you haven't seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, we're going to start the spoilers. My hand's up now. When I put my hand back up, you can come back. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned.
So this is the one where they have the evil twin Doctor Strange?
Go, Scotty.
A brand new episode of Marvel's animated series What If has arrived. And this one features the smallest voice cast yet. Episode 4 of the Marvel show, titled What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands, is a Doctor Strange focused episode, but it has a relatively contained ensemble as it tells the story of the Sorcerer Supreme trying to change the past. In this timeline, Jeffrey Wright's The Watcher watches over as Dr. Stephen Strange gets into his car accident with a companion, Christine Palmer, with whom he is in a relationship with. She dies in the accident while he survives, and it is her death that inspires him to seek out the Ancient One and become a sorcerer himself. Once he's trained, he tries to turn back the clock and change the past, only to realize that Christine's death is a fixed point on the entire timeline and thus immovable. While previous episodes of What If have featured some pretty significant recastings, episode 4 brings back all the major players. Here are the MCU actors who reprise their roles in an animated form in this episode. Doctor Strange is Benny Cumberbatch. Christine Palmer is Rachel McAdams. Wong is Benny Wong. The Ancient One is Tildy. And Christine Everhart, for a blink if you'll miss it, is Leslie Bibb.
Oh, and I love Leslie Bibb, by the way, so I'm looking forward. I haven't seen this episode, by the way. So, I'm getting spoiled, but I can't wait to see it. I tried to make some time this morning. It just didn't happen. Had some other things going on, but I'm definitely going to watch it after the show today. It seems like this is the best one so far. Is this your favorite What If episode so far this season out of the 4?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
It is Rod Serling good.
Okay.
It is
like a Twilight Zone-y episode?
Even more like a Night Gallery episode.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. It does have an evil Doctor Strange fight a good Doctor Strange, almost like a separated two Captain Kirks kind of thing.
Right.
And so it follows multiversal shenanigans, and there's fight and battle, and you don't know who's going to win, and then you find out at the end, and what? So, yeah, no, you do. Like, if you want ultimate spoilers, you see the collapse of a universe, and it's Stephen Strange's fault. That's a good episode of television.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. I've been waiting. Actually, I didn't like the first 2 episodes. I didn't care for them. Not that I disliked them or thought they were garbage. They were forgettable. I did like the last episode. I thought episode 3 was good.
The Ant-Man episode?
Was it Ant-Man?
Yeah. Michael Douglas.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Yes. I wouldn't call it the Ant-Man episode, but yeah, okay.
I would.
Yes. Well, you just did, so.
I did do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Simone.
That threw me a little bit there, but yeah. I did like that one. That was better. And this one looks like it might actually even be good. So looking forward to it.
It's better than good. It's heartbreaking at moments. I would put it as I don't know. I don't want to be hyperbolic, but I'm gonna be. I would put this Doctor Strange repeated heartbreak on the same level as the first 10 minutes of Up. And I'm not doing that to be Ed Asner stan. I'm just saying that there was a heartbreaking repeated failure at the beginning of the episode that motivates evil
Really?
Doctor Strange to be evil Doctor Strange. And he's like, fuck all this noise, Silent Bob. I'm going to
Right.
do it. And it is. And then good Doctor Strange shows up and he fights him. And then the end happens.
Okay.
Oh, I
Are we
love
done
this
with the
episode.
spoilers?
Well, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with the whole thing. I think I'm done. It was great. I'm going to watch it again. I would recommend watching it however you can. It was beautiful.
Awesome. So yeah,
And
that sounds awesome. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. What's up next?
Shang-Chi, bound for a. Pardon me. Sorry, I had to take a breath and collect myself. Shang-Chi is bound for Labor Day weekend record with $90 million plus. Worldwide launch. Box office preview says
The Labor Day weekend box office, the last frame of summer, which studios typically shy from, is poised for a revolution as Disney debuts a first Asian American Marvel superhero feature, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Studios have held the long belief that no one goes to the movies over Labor Day weekend, and it's for that reason why they've avoided opening movies over the 4-day holiday. However, Disney believes that it's possible to open a Marvel movie anywhere on the calendar, even during a pandemic. RNG moviegoing comfort levels have stabilized over the last 2 weeks in the 66 to 68% range, and around 28% of all moviegoers being very comfortable. The U.S. and Canada, it's projected that Shang-Chi is in store for a Labor Day opening weekend record of 45 million to 50 million at 4,200 theaters. Wow, that's pretty good.
yeah, no, it would be, and if
That's a good projection. It's probably a little high, but it's a good projection.
no,
Beating
it's very
previous title holder 2007's Halloween, which made 30.6 million. Exhibition has projections much higher. However, the erratic nature of moviegoing during COVID makes forecasts shaky. The 18 to 34 demo, no doubt, will show up, just like they've been turning out throughout the summer, and an over-indexing of Asian audience in cities such as San Francisco, Seattle, Honolulu, New York, and Los Angeles is expected. Even if Shang-Chi underperforms or comes in towards the bottom of its estimate, the buzz from the pick alone should carry it to the number one slot for the next 3 weekends. Wow. Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I think so. Looking at what's coming out the next 3 weekends, there's just not much.
Okay, I'd have to take
It
a
does.
look.
It doesn't have high hurdles. We'll cover that tomorrow when we cover what's coming out this weekend, obviously,
Yeah.
and we'll go over that a little bit more. But what do you think,
Looking
Scotty? Do
forward.
you think they can hit that $45 to $50 million weekend opening? And
No.
that's the 4-day, right? That wouldn't be the 3-day. That's the whole 4-day weekend, which usually you don't count the holiday.
Oh, I wish I had the numbers from our previous shows in front of me in terms of the weekend box offices. I know we've covered a lot of them, but no one has touched this, and I do not think that this movie is the one to do it.
Okay.
I just don't like the one that has been number one in 2 weekends in a row was Free Guy.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So to anticipate a multiple weekend number one spot is hubris.
It is.
And it is, hey, I'm excited for it. I want to see this movie. I've heard it's good. I'm interested. Does anyone in the regular film going audience care who the Mandarin is? I thought it was Ben Kingsley. And
I
the
don't,
ones
but
in
but
the
they're
know
not
will
going
say,
to. Nobody gives a shit about that, dude.
well,
Nobody's
but
going
no one
to
gives,
for the
but no one
for
gives
the
a shit about Shang-Chi anyway.
Yeah, but you don't know that. Nobody gave a shit about Guardians of the Galaxy either.
I got
Look how that did.
I got corrected in the pronunciation of the superhero's name during this press elevation.
Right.
Like I don't if
Yeah, we
I'm
all
going
did.
to have yeah, exactly. And I'm just saying if I have to be corrected on my pronunciation in the midst of being excited for this, like I don't know. I think it's alienated people, and I think it's also condescended to people. I think that it's also not
Really?
yeah.
Condescended people because
Well,
they pronounce the name right,
no,
or they give you nobody said you're doing it wrong. They never ever said, look, you have to say it this way or you can't see the film.
well, Steve, but we've talked about people who are proclaiming the firsts.
Yes, we have.
Well, has no one seen the one?
Yeah, but they're not.
They're kind of comparable.
No. Who's saying that this is a first?
Oh, Simu Liu, in terms of being one of the first prominent. Like, is it just Marvel that it is important when you are the lead Asian actor of an action?
It's not what they said, though. They're not saying it's the first.
I'm sort of extrapolating, and I'm walking on eggshells.
And that's I want to be more precise in that because you're right. I don't like when you use for, especially when there's been others, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and for me to say Jet Li in the one is kind of racist as well.
The first Asian American Marvel superhero feature. That's all they said.
Well, okay.
So yeah, you know what I mean. So I mean, give them credit. That's exactly what they're saying. That's all.
The legalese is there anyway. Yeah.
It just seems like we're actually conflating a lot of issues and putting them onto Shang-Chi, and maybe that's not fair.
And I agree with you 1,000%. I know you can only have 100, but coupons.
No, I get it.
But the thing is that to say that you're going to get a 90 million worldwide launch, well, perhaps I'm looking at this from the wrong perspective. Is Shang-Chi going to launch big in Asia?
I don't know. I know that
what do you
think? So I know in China specifically, mm-hmm. There has been some reservation about they don't think he's good looking enough. The Shang-Chi lead actor.
Well, also there's magic.
There's some stuff like that. Yeah,
but there's magic and there's afterlife stuff, and so they don't like ghosts.
Yeah, but anyways, I think
understand from what I
right.
Understand.
I think around the world people are gonna. I think people are going to go out to this movie. I think more people are going to go see this movie than Black Widow, and Black Widow's the leading box office for the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think more people are more excited to see this movie than Black Widow because Black Widow's dead.
Yeah, well, and that's why I didn't care about Black Widow.
Yeah.
I think the biggest year is going to be No Time to Die.
I don't think so. But
that's okay. That's cool.
I don't think
we don't know yet. We don't know yet. $2. I bet you $2.
No.
All right.
Yeah, no bets. No bets. I do think this is going to open big. I don't know if it's going to open $45 to $50 million domestic big. But here's the one thing that's really going for it. Excuse me, is that there's no day and date. It's not releasing on Disney Plus day and date. So if you want to see this movie, you have to go to the movie theater, which is a good thing. So I think everybody should get out to the movie theater this weekend and see Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. I still want to see it. No, I still see it, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, you
But
sound like it.
well, no. But what I'm saying is that we like one of the things that I think that people have lost is just watching the thing and then seeing it. And now, as we're rolling up with all of the turmoil of the marketing campaigns and people being interviewed, and there are agendas and there are political opinions that happen within that sphere, and you have to traverse all of it to actually just go and watch it, and then decide for yourself. Like, I remember this tumult before Captain Marvel, and I went and I saw Captain Marvel, and I was like, really?
Right.
This is what you're upset about?
Yeah. Silly.
So, like,
most of the things people
Shang-Chi.
get upset about, especially in the entertainment industry, is nonsense. It's silly nonsense.
Profit.
But
anyway.
But it's badinage, right? It's fun banter.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes it's dirty, but
I didn't swear hardly at all.
No.
What do we got next?
I don't think
so. I don't think so. I think it was really good.
Kevin Smith and crew wrap Clerks 3 via his Facebook post, which reads,
and this is the post. We wrapped Clerks 3 just before midnight last night. What had once been a whimsical wish is now rooted in reality, and Dante, Randall, Becky, Elias, and Jane Silent Bob all have new shit to say for the first time in over a decade. In what's about as personal a movie as I've made, yes, we watch our heroes grapple with their own mortality by embracing art. Art changed my life, so it's only fair art enhances the lives of my favorite fictional characters as well. Our little ode to the healing power of creation in the face of destruction tastes like a pork roll flavored cinema paradiso. Oh, he's a good writer when he tries.
Yep.
And also flowery, very flowery. All because our cast and crew crafted as fine a motion picture as I've ever been involved with. Not only did I get to make a movie this summer, I also got to waltz down memory lane behind the counter at Quick Stop Groceries. For the first time in nearly 30 years, I was in and out of the refurbished RST video store and my beloved bodega, both restored to their 90s greatness. At Jordan Monsanto and at Destro Films made my dreams come true again as they and the cast and crew set a table at which I feasted. You're a vegan, you didn't feast. They dreamed my dream for me, so now my dream is real. May I please stop?
Yes.
Thank you. So anyway, Kevin Smith was incredibly loquacious about wrapping the filming of Clerks 3. I am looking forward to this film. I apologize for having just plowed through that.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I'm a fan. I'm looking forward to it. I love Randall Graves.
He gets very flowery in his wording.
I got my Clerks right here.
Yeah. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully, it's good. Sounds like they had a blast, and the pictures he's been posting online, with all of them together, it seemed like they're just having such a good time. So good on them.
Yes, quite. Anyway, big ups to Kevin Smith and doing that, and I really, I'm looking forward to that next piece of art. Anyway, Venom says, Venom, Let There Be Carnage officially rated PG-13 by the MPAA.
That's right. Sony's upcoming Marvel sequel, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, has officially been rated by the MPAA, and those hoping for an R rating are about to be disappointed. What? The MPAA has officially granted Venom, Let There Be Carnage with a PG-13 rating. According to their weekly ratings bulletin, and confirmed on Sony's official website for the movie, the film earned the PG-13 rating for intense sequences of violence and action, some strong language, disturbing material, and suggestive references. In a similar fashion, 2018's Venom was rated PG-13 for intense sequences of sci-fi violence and action, and for language. While a PG-13 rating makes sense for financial purposes, since it opens the film up to be seen by more to be seen by the target demographic, a lot of fans are hoping for a more adult-oriented R-rated film. Given the fact that the movie fully introduces Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage, there was a belief that the serial killer origins would lend itself more to the R rating. It makes sense that Sony wants to reach a broader audience with a PG-13 rating, but that hasn't stopped some fans from being disappointed about the rating. So I think this is kind of a myth, and they're perpetuating this myth a bit by saying that Sony wanted this or that or the other. Yeah, studios may want a certain rating for a movie, but the whole process is completely out of their hands. Except for the fact that they can tailor and edit movies if they lean on their directors to do so. To make a PG or PG-13, NC-17 or rated R, whatever the case may be. But the MPAA is the ones who grant and instill these ratings on. The studios have really no say. After the movie's done, they just really have no say.
Buddy,
what?
You seen Venom?
I have.
And did you want it to be? Was it rated R?
No, like it says in there, it's PG-13.
Did you want it to be rated R?
Me personally, no, because I could care less. I didn't care for the film.
Like, can you understand what it would be like to make it more graphically violent, or I don't know? Do you think more swearing would have made the movie better?
Not Venom, but for Carnage, because of Carnage, the character itself is a little more violent and more deadly, I would say. I mean, look, Venom eats people, so how much more violent can that be? But Carnage is a little bit more, it's a more serial killer. So I can understand where fans are coming from. But you hear this all the time. But the simple fact is, our R rating doesn't make the movie better. Doesn't make it worse either. But it certainly doesn't make the movie better.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
5 or 6 more, fuck yous or F bombs, maybe a nude scene doesn't just automatically make the movie better.
Hang on. Fuck yous are F bombs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know.
No, you said or.
Oh, did I say or? Yeah. Well, apologies. Fucking sue me.
I can't.
Anyways.
I have no legal knowledge.
So more FUs, more and a nude scene aren't going to make the movie any better.
Well,
the movie's either good or bad, and I don't think the rating. I think, look, is it?
I miss nudity in motion pictures. Whatever happened to it?
It's starting to become a very
thing of the
rare,
past. We're Puritan now.
Thing of the past,
we don't like beans and boobs.
Very
Bums
rare.
are the same. Some are hairy, some are not.
I think you're seeing more nudity in television, in series now than we are in the movies.
Both male and female.
Yeah, both male and female. It's
odd. And well, you know what? There hasn't been enough trans nudity.
I do like.
No, I'm sorry. I fell into that pit. Don't go on.
I do like nudity when the story, if it has narrative purpose, just like anything else, if it has narrative purpose.
Well, but also audience titillation.
Sure,
like, there's a reason why you get to see big jacked dudes doing super things.
Right.
That is an aesthetically pleasing visual that everyone enjoys, and so yeah. So
I don't think personally that Venom needed to be rated R.
No, I don't think so either.
I just think I just hope it's better than the first one.
Well, rated R it says that it's for a mature audience, not a I think everyone's seen violence and swearing at this point by the time that they're old enough to get themselves to a movie theater.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it, and you're gonna get plenty of that.
Mm.
You're gonna get plenty of that with a PG-13 rating, and I think most of the comic books were actually rated PG-13 or the equivalent in comic books. I don't think they ever went. Let me rephrase that. I think they rarely went with some special like one-offs, and some special books that were specifically R-rated for gore, and maybe some language, but I think for the most part you got a PG-13 runs on the comic books, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't look. It's not like Deadpool. Like when we saw, like you can't imagine Deadpool being PG-13 now, right?
Sure, I could.
But it takes away all of the specialness, in my opinion.
No, but if I look at Deadpool and the comedic level of the fantasy violence that occurs in that film, I am surprised that that is a restricted movie. And apparently, when it became a restricted movie, was the pegging on International Women's Day.
Sure.
So that's what made them restricted. Everything else was cartoonish and comic book enough. But once you started talking about tab A and slot B,
right? Oh
my stars, we can't.
Well, and that's why I think you can get away with a lot in a PG-13 movie, and there's a lot of good horror movies even that are PG-13 that are gory and have just enough gore and all of that. So I'm not one of these guys that thinks everything has to be rated R to be good. I just don't believe that's the case. But the official MPAA came out PG-13. I didn't think it was a big surprise since the first one was PG-13. I didn't think they were going to go too much above and beyond what we already got in Venom.
Great. Can we talk about Furiosa now?
No.
Oh.
No, because we need to play a music video.
I love it when you drop beats.
Right? So here we go. Dude, so here it is. Faster than the speed of light, watching as your dreams take flight, I think I should stand and fight, then disappear into the night. This is the official music video for Faster from A-Train.
Don't play it. All proceeds are going to be donated to Robin.
Here comes the A-Train, Mr. Fleet Feet, saving lives, no surprise, like it's easy. There ain't no day like a race day. A-Train on the track like a raceway. Yeah, I'm the best that ever do it, y'all crazy. Make way or you're pushing up daisies. Bring the heat, have you begging for some AC.
But I want to translate.
Too quick for a flick, too swift for him. Hear a click, see a blur when I get going. Blue streak in the street, never tiptoeing. A-Train supersonic with the shit like whoa. Get out the road, like they got nothing on me when I'm bold. Y'all shooting shots, but your bullets too slow. I'm on the road, straight to the goal.
Faster than the speed of light, watching as your dreams take flight. I think I should stand and fight, then disappear into the night. Faster than the speed of light, watching as your dreams take flight. I think I should stand and fight, then disappear into the night.
Yeah, ain't no actor you can get that action, no. Taking back what's mine like the Alamo. They be trying to play me like a saxophone. Who ain't dope? I crack the code. Slaying lanes and ripping roads. Y'all won't never touch me like an asymptote. Presto, yeah, I'm gone in a flash. Skirt off soon, gone getting cash. Leave him in the dust when I dash. You can kiss my butt when I pass ass to your mustache. A-Train second to none. If you're looking for the greatest, I'm the definition. It ain't fair when I play, you ain't no competition. I'm the king who holds a crown with no opposition.
I'ma do it all my way. Picking up the pace, I will never stop, man. Putting in the work, lie away. Slipstream away, taking off, fly away. I'm running out.
Faster than the speed of light, watching as your dreams take flight.
Spotify.
Oh,
Exclusive
that
on
is
hashtag
perfect. Oh my God, I wish we had $100 million deal with Spotify.
Spotify. Right? So yeah, that was cool. That dropped. I think that dropped actually last night or early this morning. But that was awesome.
First things first, great song.
Yeah, great song.
I really enjoyed it. The satire
The auto tune makes it too in the middle. Yeah.
and the satire on the music industry. Like, let's not forget, A Train killed Robin.
Mm,
So
That's
fuck
right.
that guy.
right. Fuck that guy.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Unfortunately,
amazing.
we weren't on the air when our show wasn't on the air when Starlight dropped hers music video,
Well.
which is awesome. But
Yes, but that's exploitation.
it's
Well,
a good song though.
No, well, it's a great song, but the thing is that with the satire behind A Train's music video, when you watch Starlight's music video, you know that Vought is exploiting her for that.
That's
And
right.
so it's a different sort of commentary.
It is.
The Boys, coming back
Awesome.
to an Amazon Prime near you.
Can't wait. I can't wait. Jensen Ackles. I can't wait. This season's it's shaping up to be awesome, and all of this little stuff that we're getting, with the news 7-on-7, with these videos, these little not filler, but ancillary kind of pieces of content are awesome. It just makes you want to watch the
Show?
show more. Just brings up your anticipation for the season. It just does.
You know
for me.
what? If you ever long for The Boys, I would highly recommend throw on some early Billy Joel, and it'll make you happy.
There you go. All right, so moving on to our next topic. George Miller eyed Anna Taylor-Joy for Furiosa after watching Last Night in Soho early cut. This is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Taylor-Joy auditioned for Furiosa by reading the famous I'm Mad as Hell speech from Network. Holy
Nice.
bitchin' chick this is. Anya
George Miller, man.
Taylor-Joy is preparing to take on one of the most iconic action characters of all time in George Miller's Furiosa prequel film. And it turns out it's somewhat thanks to Edgar Wright. Oh. In the latest edition of Empire magazine, Wright and Miller took part in a conversation in which the Mad Max director revealed that it was an early cut of Wright's new movie Last Night in Soho that first put Taylor-Joy on his radar. I'd known about Anya, but I'd never seen her in a film until I saw her in Soho, Miller told Wright. And I remember thinking, gee, she's interesting. I started to say to you, I'm looking for someone to cast as Furiosa. And I barely got the sentence out before you said, don't go any farther. She's great. She's going to be huge. She's fantastic to work with. You were so empathetic about it. Miller contacted Taylor-Joy to audition for the Mad Max Fury Road prequel virtually during the pandemic. The actress was assigned the famous I'm Mad as Hell speech from Sidney Lumet's Network. I said to her, I'd like you to do a very simple test, which is read something to camera, Miller said. And it was a speech from Network, as you've mentioned. The I'm Mad as Hell speech. Yes, you said that. Apart from the brilliance of the writing, it's a piece that can be done to a camera. It doesn't need an acting partner. Anya did one version, which was really good. And then I gave her a couple of simple notes about intention, and she absolutely nailed it. I think it was done on an iPhone. I sent it to the studio. I explained why I thought she was right for the role. I said I was really happy to talk about it, but it was so persuasive that we didn't need to talk much. The studio said, tick, in a positive form, I'm assuming. Production for Furiosa will take place in New South Wales. Yay! Mad Max in Australia in 2022.
That's if they're open for business and they can actually get in there. I think they are allowing production to take place even with their infuriatingly authoritarian lockdowns. Which
You've
is
said
just
it, but
crazy.
I'm going to say it. That's not this show, pal.
Yeah, I know. But
So anyway, no, I'm really looking forward
pertains
to it.
particularly to the production of movies, which is this show.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. What a cool little piece of inside information. I thought that was really cool.
Well, insight in terms of the casting and harkening back to my introduction. I'm just curious. Do you think that Anya Taylor-Joy will be able to step into the shoes of Charlize Theron?
Yeah. She's amazing. I've been watching her for years now in some of her lower budget kind of movies and indie stuff, and she's a powerhouse. And I mean, I think she put that on display in The Queen's Gambit. She was extraordinary in that. But she's like that for me. She's been like that in all of her roles so far. She's just one of those special kind of actors that come along every few 4, 5, 10 years that they're just there's something unique about them. They're dedicated to the craft. They're I don't know. It's hard to put a fine point on it, but it just it when you see it.
But in relation to Furiosa,
do
you
think she could?
feel?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't think as cool as that Furiosa character is, I didn't think it was anything special. Or any more special than any other character in any other film. It's not. It's certainly not iconic.
I disagree with you in a big bad way,
and that's fine. Because you're allowed to be wrong.
Hey, I appreciate your apology. So, I think that when you have a lady who's lost an arm with a robot, like a cyborg arm, and she's like the head of security for the baddest bad mofo in the land, I think that's a very interesting character, and I thought it was very.
I didn't say it was uninteresting. I just don't know that it's.
You didn't think that the robot lady who was the chief of security for Immortan Joe with the cyborg arm, you didn't think that was iconic?
I don't think it's as iconic as Ripley.
Well, I didn't even bring up an alien franchise.
But I did. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's any more special than the so-called iconic characters we have. I don't know that's even as special as some of those characters. The character's fine. I didn't think it was. I don't know that it's some unachievable fucking
Steve, I'm gonna have to digest this.
Maybe I'm just not seeing it the right way, but
I'm gonna have to digest this because I've never actually considered Furiosa and Ripley in the same category. And before I decide that they are, I'd like to think about it a bit more. And
sure.
So I got a little bit of stuff, but I would put Furiosa on an initial thought, a knee-jerk reaction, a reflex, if you will. Mm-hmm. I would put Furiosa up there with Sarah Connor from Terminator 1 at least, if not more. I would put her up there. Like,
I don't know. I don't think.
And I would put her Ripley.
Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't think she's going to have that big a hill to climb to fill that role. Well, I just don't think it's that big a hill to climb.
No, I'm not saying that I'm discussing the character exclusively, and I think that both of the actors will have. In the case of Charlize Theron, has been Furiosa amazingly, and I think that Anya Taylor-Joy can be Furiosa equally. I don't know who would win.
Well, I mean, that was your question though, and I'm like, I think she can step into that role easily. I don't think it's going to be a challenge.
And also, I think that Furiosa is an iconic character,
and it is an iconic, it may be an iconic character. But I don't put it on that kind of level of a Sarah Connor or Ripley or.
Oh man, have you seen?
I just
Mad Max?
I've seen it several times. I love that movie.
Oh my god,
it's a good movie. But I don't find that character that iconic. And maybe it's just me.
Well, no, I'm sure there are at least dozens who agree with you.
Probably more than that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably.
Who knows?
I'm just saying, I want to lowball it. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway,
Anywho,
Francis Coppola eyeing Oscar Isaac, Forrest Whitaker, Jessica Lange, Zendaya, and more for his long-awaited Megalopolis.
Megalopolis has been in the works since 1980s. Wow. Francis Ford Coppola's highly ambitious film Megaopolis. Have you heard about this? This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Haven't really delved into Ford Coppola's, works or what he's working on, but it sounds like people are talking about like this as if, this is something he's actually been working on publicly. I just wondered if you'd ever heard of this before.
Never, not once.
Okay, cool. So it's not just me.
No.
Anyways, highly ambitious film Megaopolis has attracted even more impressive cast lists. According to Deadline, while the castings are not official, Coppola is in discussion with Oscar Isaac, Forrest Whitaker, Cate Blanchett, Jessica Lange, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jon Voight, Zendaya, and James Caan, who Coppola worked with in The Godfather. Jude Law was previously attached to the project, but there was no word if he is still involved. Megaopolis, which Coppola wrote in the 1980s, follows an architect who wants to rebuild New York City as a utopia following a devastating disaster. The Passion Project has been thwarted in the past by Coppola's obligations to the Godfather trilogy, 9/11, and a variety of other issues that have plagued large-scale projects like this one. Now, at 82 years old, the legendary director is prepared to make the film a reality, telling Deadline, "I'm committed to making this movie. I'd like to make it in the fall of 2022. I don't have all my cast approved, but I have enough of them to have confidence that it's going to be a very exciting cast." And that lineup sounds amazing to me. What do you think, Scott?
I don't care. I hate to be dismissive about this.
Shocker.
But the cast is interesting, but I haven't found anything interesting about Francis Ford Coppola in a while. And I was trying to make a joke in the halfway through. I don't care about The Godfather. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. Apocalypse Now is kind of depressing. I don't. I'm sure that it is I know you do, bud. But I'm just saying, these are movies that if I want to, if I have a cold and I want to sleep in a blanket with neocitrin and sedatives, these are the movies that I put on. So when Francis Ford Coppola is making a movie, I know I'm destroying all of my credibility, but at least I'm upping my honesty.
Right.
I love Oscar Isaac. I love Forrest Whitaker. It'd be interesting. It's like when, oh my God, who made The Thin Red Line?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up.
Anyway, I don't know. I'd have to see a trailer before I decided.
Is it that you're not trusting Coppola's work?
Yes.
Or the premise of the story?
I'm not trusting Coppola. I do not trust Francis Ford Coppola.
That's fair enough. And at 82, he's getting up there. Although some of our better directors, we just talked about one, George Miller. He's up there. Clint Eastwood up there. 92 or 93, making movies and good movies. Some good movies.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a home run, but I don't know. Look, the cast is exciting. I
love Jessica Lange. Zendaya is great. Forrest Whitaker is great. Oscar Isaac is a presence no matter where that guy goes.
The story, I don't know. Utopia, New York. I don't know. I'll have to see.
And also in terms of the premise, I think that I would much rather watch Synecdoche.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see, kind of what happens. Does that? So it's an architect who wants to rebuild New York City as a utopia following a devastating disaster. So I took that as dystopian, but that doesn't now upon kind of thinking about it and rereading it, I don't think that's dystopian at all. I think like it almost like something happens, like almost like a 9/11 event or something, and then
or a demic of the pan variety,
right, something like that, and then I don't know. Good cast. I don't know about the premise, but we'll look. Hey, I'll change my mind if a trailer drops and it turns out to be absolutely awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So we'll look forward to that. Anyways, good for him to actually
for the
to be to be in a position where you something that you wrote in the 80s is finally coming to fruition. It's got to be very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the Telluride 2021 lineup: The Power of the Dog, Kristen Stewart, plus tributes to Ahmad, Champion, and Dinklage. Champion. Did I say champion? Sorry.
Well, Campion is a champion. It all works.
Yeah, he is. Or she.
Or they. Who cares? I don't know. We'll find out. Allow me to read on, my friend.
Please do so, sir.
Pandemic complications may prevent some high-profile talent to attend, but festival head Julie Huntsinger, Huntersinger, says we've got the best movies of the year.
Yeah.
Well, all right. The Telluride Film Festival has announced the lineup for its 48th edition after canceling the event last year due to the pandemic. Despite the setback and some new logistical hurdles mandated by the pandemic, the exclusive Colorado gathering once again promises a familiar assemblage of Oscar season hopefuls, timely documentaries, and a potential hidden gem. With over 80 features in the lineup, Telluride is that how you say it?
Yeah, Telluride.
Will showcase several highly anticipated fall titles and highlights from earlier festivals. In addition to the return of its tributes, which this year will go to Riz Ahmed, Peter Dinklage, and Jane Campion.
Campion is a champion.
Exactly. Now you're on the trolley. Buzzy titles entering the festival include Campion's Netflix-produced Western, The Power of the Dog, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Maggie Gyllenhaal's directorial debut, The Lost Daughter, Mike Mills' Joaquin Phoenix road trip dramedy, Come On, Come On, and Will Smith as Venus, and Serena Williams' tennis coach dad, Rich Williams as the in director Ronaldo Marcus Green's King Richard. I apologize. I should read that one again with a little bit more reverence. And Will Smith as Venus and Serena Williams as tennis coach dad, Richard Williams in director Ronaldo Marcus Green's King Richard. Dinklage is being saluted while in attendance for Joe Wright's Cyrano, while Ahmed's tribute is tied to his role in the British sci-fi drama Encounter. Personal stories abound, including Paolo Sorrentino, The Hand of God, and Kenneth Branagh's Belfast. Sorry, Paolo always makes me think of the first season of Friends. And Kenneth Branagh's Belfast, both of which are based on their directors' childhoods. There are also a few curious surprises, including an unexpected feature-length adaptation of online meme phenomenon Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, co-written by Jenny Slate and Dean Fleischer Camp.
All right, well. Good for Telluride. They got a bunch of good movies to show.
Well, I'm really interested in the Marcel. I want to see the documentary about the Marcel the Shell with the shoes on.
Right.
Also, I don't know. What else did I... Oh, no. Everything's fine. Great. Where was Kristen Stewart?
The Power of the Dog looks really good. The Benedict Cumberbatch movie.
Yes.
So that
and that looks like
that trailer dropped the other day. That looks great.
It does.
Maggie Gyllenhaal's movie Lost Daughter, that looks good too. I saw the trailer for that. King Richard's getting a lot of talk about that movie.
Hang on
I
just
don't-
one sec.
Yep.
Power of the Dog. What did we agree that it looked like the cross between? It was between Let There Be Blood or There Will Be Blood and
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good, man.
It looks amazing.
So I'm going to check that out for sure. Yep, good movies at Telluride. Good that they're actually having the festival this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay.
Anyway, Sucker Punch cast reunites for group photo. Star suggests a prequel.
A prequel to Sucker Punch.
Why not?
We crossed the 10-year anniversary since Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch earlier this year, but most of the cast for the fantasy action film have gotten together recently for a reunion photo. Stars Vanessa Hudgens took to Instagram this week to show a photo of her with castmates Emily Browning, Abby Cornish, Jen Malone, and Jamie Chung.
Gina.
What did I say?
Doesn't matter. And
Okay.
a photoshopped in Carla Gugino.
Yeah, in a new photo. What did I say? Jenna Malone.
Gina.
It's not Gina. It's Jenna Malone.
I thought it was Gina.
No. Jenna Malone. Yeah.
All right. You're the doc.
Yeah. From your favorite movie, Donnie Darko.
What the shit is a Donnie Darko?
Yeah, I know, right? Plus, the original decade-old picture they were recreating on Instagram 12 years later, reunited, and it feels so good. Hudgens wrote in the caption. Let's see. I'm going to kind of skip down to this. Jenna Malone posted an alternate shot of the same reunion on her own social media, adding her own message, which reads, "Now and then, 12 years later, a little Sucker Punch reunion where we were missing our loveliest Carla Gugino. These ladies will always be my deep ride or dies. Never bonded so intensely with such an inspiring group of women before on the set. It's an absolute dream to hold you." Okay, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of just, yeah. Following the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League earlier this year, hints. Wait, what does that say? Okay, that's weird. Who wrote this? I didn't write this. Where did this come from? Did this come from Collider? No, this is comicbook.com. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. Following the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League earlier hits, I think this is supposed to be this year, the gates were knocked wide open for alternate expanded versions of movies. And among them is the alleged director's cut of Sucker Punch. Snyder himself fanned the flames of these calls when he revealed that the unseen version of the movie existed, or an unseen version.
Well,
that was the first time where I really faced like a true radical restructuring of the film for it to be more commercial. Snyder previously told Vanity Fair, "There's a director's cut of the movie that has yet to be released. I'll say that out loud."
Quite.
Right? So, yay. Here come the calls for the Snyder cut of Sucker Punch.
No, there are no calls for that. Like, there is going to be a fan base for Sucker Punch, and I absolutely appreciate that. I like the extended cut of everything.
Sure.
But Sucker Punch is an acquired taste.
Yeah.
And
I realize that I am in the extreme minority by liking that movie. I do like it.
Well, and when you watch, it is a movie that you can appreciate if you're willing to give it a second. It's almost like the 3-episode rule. If you can watch it twice, you may get it more. Now that you're not surprised by the end of it, there is an extended cut. Do I think time, effort, and money should be involved in making the director's cut of Sucker Punch? No, I'm still waiting on an HD Deep Space Nine. So your extended cut.
But here's a good thing about HBO Max. If there is a cut of director's cut of Sucker Punch, they won't have to put any money into it. All they have to do is release it.
No.
Because it's not like he has to go reshoot scenes or do any of that. All he has to do is put his cut to the movie out. So they could actually do that.
Buy it.
Nobody has to buy it. It's just put it on HBO Max and watch it. They can release it right on HBO Max and done. So if people want to see that, and if something Warner Media wants to do, they should just absolutely do that.
I suppose.
Because if that exists, just then release it, because
I just think it's a waste of time. I think that
it might be a waste of time, but it
I
actually.
think that
I think people are gonna go run out and subscribe to HBO Max because there's a Snyder cut of Sucker Punch? No.
and
I don't.
that's where I stand.
But if there is one, put it out. Release the hounds.
Agree.
Right?
If you have hounds, release them.
Release them.
Oh.
Next, Netflix announces Seinfeld arriving a lot earlier than expected.
I was pleasantly surprised by this. After the departures of The Office and Friends, Netflix subscribers have been looking forward to 2022, when the streaming service would be adding another iconic comedy to its roster for the first time. It was announced quite a while ago that January 2022 would see the arrival of Seinfeld, with all 180 episodes of the classic sitcom hitting Netflix at once. Well, on Wednesday morning, Netflix surprised everyone by announcing a much earlier arrival for Seinfeld.
That was today, Wednesday.
What? Is that today? Instead of waiting until 2022 to check out Seinfeld on Netflix, subscribers will be
Netflix and
able
chill.
to start binging the series in exactly 1 month. The entire Seinfeld series is coming to Netflix on October 1st, a full 3 months before it was initially slated to debut.
So I'm sure a bunch of people are excited by this. I'm totally meh about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, who cares?
You don't like comedy?
I'm not a big fan of.
Comedy?
I do love comedy in general. Usually it's ridiculous. We don't have really good comedies like we used to anymore. But I was a Seinfeld fan. I love the fact that the original series is coming to Netflix, so I can watch it whenever I want to.
All 180.
I am not a fan of taking all of these old shows and doing new seasons. Very rarely has that worked out. It doesn't seem to work out at all. But it's Seinfeld. So
They're not doing new seasons.
yeah. Right?
No.
Aren't they doing a new season of this?
No.
Oh, it's just gonna be the
classic
old
series.
Then okay. Then I'm fine with that. I thought they were doing a new. I thought they were dropping this and then doing a new season.
Did you think that Jerry Seinfeld signed up for Fuller House?
That's what I thought, man.
That did not happen,
I'm
dude.
hoping that's good.
Oh no!
Then good.
There's still justice in the world. He would never do that.
Thank God.
Yeah,
because I am so tired of that. No, this is great.
No, that's not happening.
Is
this is just Seinfeld is going to be available as of October 1st. All of the episodes, even the ones that are canceled,
right?
And all of them are there. Everything is there. You get to see a little bit of Seinfeld.
No, I think that's awesome.
It is a Festivus for the rest of us, Simone.
It is. Do you have I think you have a box set of Seinfeld, don't you?
No, heavens, no.
know?
It's on television all the time.
Yeah.
I have terrestrial cable, so I basically get infomercials and Seinfeld episodes, and also terror from the outside world. It's awful.
My little brother's favorite fucking TV show of all time.
Well, if you have any questions, you can ask the 8-Ball.
Right.
That was a Seinfeld reference. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know. What's next?
Last one. Jeremy Renner stars in First Mayor of Kingston. I think it's Kingstown trailer for Paramount Plus. This actually is great, by the way.
Oh, I haven't seen the trailer. Was it good?
Oh, really good.
Sweet. Longtime Marvel Cinematic Universe star Jeremy Renner has teamed up with the creator of Yellowstone to make a brand new drama series for Paramount Plus. The new show is called Mayor of Kingstown, and it looks to be every bit as dark and gritty as the past projects from Taylor Sheridan, which include Sicario. That's the one. And Hell or High Water. There has been a lot of hype surrounding Mayor of Kingstown throughout its development and production, and fans now finally get to see what the new series has in store. During Tuesday's TCA presentation, Paramount Plus unveiled the first trailer for Mayor of Kingstown, which features Renner front and center as the lead character. You can check out the full trailer in the video at the top of the page. If you like, this has got to be on the Fantasmagorium website.
Yeah,
right?
I'll put it up there.
Nice. Or you can go to YouTube. You can find it.
Yep, it's on YouTube.
All right. In addition to releasing the trailer, Paramount announced the official premiere date for Mayor of Kingstown. The series will debut on the streaming service Sunday, November 14th. The premiere episode will be simulcast on the Paramount Network on the same day following a new episode of Yellowstone. If you would like to talk to housekeeping, please press pound.
Yes.
I know
So-
it's a press release.
Right. Great. And no, the trailer was really good. So this is cool. Paramount Plus is trying to step it up. It looks like it's trying to step it up. They got some good stuff on. One of my favorite shows, that actually started on broadcast TV. There's not a lot of them lately that I really dig into. There's a few, but Evil is one of them. It's an amazing show. It's got Michael Coulter from what was it?
Michael Coulter. Oh, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Thank you. God, that just woo, right over there. I couldn't pull that one. Michael Coulter's in it, and it's a really good show. They made it a Paramount Plus exclusive when Paramount Plus went live, so it's even better now because it's you get a little bit swear words, and there's a little more stuff you can do off of broadcast, obviously. But yeah, so they've got some good shows over there. This one looks really good, so I'll be looking forward to that Sunday, November 14th. Yeah, let's go see what any super chats. I think we have a super chat today.
What? That's
I know.
insanity.
That's crazy. Look at that.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We do
You should
appreciate
send
it.
messages. You should say something.
Yeah, super stickers. She likes to put in her super stickers, which is cool.
No, I know, but she should
love
just
it.
be like, oh, or something. I don't know. She can say
Yeah.
whatever I don't want to put words. Simone, What If has been getting better with every episode. Absolutely agreed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. Turge says, What If really doesn't hit home with me personally. I can't really put my finger on why, but it just doesn't tickle my fancy. Turge, if you haven't seen the Doctor Strange episode, it will crush your fancy, and that's why I think you'll like it.
Yeah, this one looked really good. Like I said, the episode 3 I liked better than the first two, and hopefully this one is as good as everybody seems to say it is.
Todd
Maybe a
Michael, hate using my phone for YouTube, as do I. Steve, the thing is that the title of the episode is What If Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Yeah.
And like when I looked at that, when I saw the preview clips, I was like, so what? Did he get Tony Starked?
Right.
Did they physically destroy his heart? But when I started watching the episode, it's all about Christine. I forget her last name, but his girlfriend
Everhart.
from.
Oh, wait, no,
not
the other
Everhart.
The other one.
The doctor. So
Yeah.
she's the doctor from
hot
Doctor
one.
Strange.
They're both
Yeah,
hot.
it's Rachel McAdams.
Palmer. Christine Palmer.
Yes. And so when they refer in the episode what would happen if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands, it was the loss of Christine Palmer. And what happens, what lengths would Stephen Strange go to save Christine Palmer? And spoilers, the answer is he would destroy the universe. And that is the episode. And it is amazing.
Well, I'm gonna go watch it right after the show. So
Well, we should get through the chat and you can do it.
yeah.
Turge says, I like it. Autocorrects help me fill in all over the places. Hashtag Lazyman. Todd Michael says, give me my desktop or laptop with a real keyboard any day. And yeah,
I'm right there with you, dude.
I like a chunky keyboard. Todd Michael says, don't forget I'm a cranky old pain in the ass and not one of those newfangled hipster kids on the phones.
That's right. That is right.
Todd Michael says, oh, I'm not the lawn guy, but I am totally the definitely give me a real computing experience guy.
Oh, I skipped this one. Sorry about that. Just get off my lawn.
Todd Michael says, you can have all of your bitching.
Bullshit emojis too. Emoticons all the way, baby. Okay.
I cannot interpret asterisks.
That's fine.
Terje has a banana face palm. And Todd Michael says, but only smile face and sad face are ever needed. All right. I feel like I'm walking into a conversation.
Terje mostly agrees. Let's see.
Todd Michael says, when I become the leader of the world, all this emoji nonsense will go bye-bye. One of my first edicts. Yes, but Todd Michael, how do you feel about stickers? Like real world sticker books. Emojis are just digital stickers. Yep. Todd Michael says, nudity has disappeared because most Western culture is messed in the head and can't get out of its own childhood. Well, I don't know.
I think that's part of the reason.
I think that the widespread distribution of nudity and sexuality can be a debatable subject. I see both sides of the Puritan argument. I'm a bigger fan of being obscene, but I can see the other side. I understand why the other side gets offended. You're not. Yeah. Anyway, Todd Michael says, instead of growing as a culture, we've just gone dozens of steps backwards for years. Yes. It's called moonwalking.
For some reason, we decided stupider is better.
It's because we've decided it is more beneficial to be right than to be happy. Compromise is what has been lost. That's
nuance.
Well, no, not even nuance.
There's no more debate. There's no debate. There's no nuance. It's all tribalism.
But that
which is dumbing down the culture.
But that doesn't have to be your choice. Like you can interact.
Well, of course not.
Yeah. You can say, I don't like it, I don't want to do it, and I don't. Well, no, I don't have that. I have the platform and the benefit
but you're not the culture.
This.
You're not the culture, Scott.
Are you calling me a normie?
No, I'm saying the culture. You're not the culture.
No, but individuals
you're making
make
it.
Up
you're
the
making
culture.
But you just made it personal about you and not about the culture in the context of the culture.
But I'd like to be a part of the culture.
Yes.
So that would make me a part of the culture?
Yeah, but everybody's a part of the culture.
So I don't understand your exclusionary argument that preceded that statement.
Because you were arguing from a place of what matters to you instead of looking at it as a whole.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but you're not the culture.
Well,
you're a part. Everybody's a part. But the culture is tribal. Whether you choose to be to interact in a tribalistic way, that of course is your choice. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening everywhere. You said no, and I said yes, it is. Tribalism is what, and it's driven by social media, and gamification, game theory.
Yes, and you've just dismissed all of my own free will.
No. No,
I have opinions, but I am not the culture. I'm not part of the culture.
Nobody said that. I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I didn't. I said
we
you are a
fighting?
part of the culture, but
Yes.
you were arguing that tribalism isn't a thing because you choose not to do it. That's not the case.
No. I expressed myself poorly. I wasn't saying that tribalism doesn't exist. I was just saying that I don't subscribe to it.
Yeah. Yes. And that
And it does.
Yes.
And I understand that if I'm just standing in the middle of the street saying, no, it's fine, it's only a couple of flakes, doesn't mean that there's not a blizzard going on.
Right. That's all. Okay. Now get off my
Todd
lawn.
Michael says, okay, now get off my lawn. Terje says, agreed. It's a horrible shame. Yes. Drop the beat.
Yeah.
Darius Munchausen, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Terje, I'm too old for that hibbity-hubbity music. Simon, I would work out to that song, just saying. No, and I agree. A-Train, but every time that you work out to it and enjoy those, that amazing music video, I just want you to know that he swallowed Robin's tooth.
Yeah. Gross.
So I get where you're coming from, but fuck that guy. Todd Michael says, it would be hilarious if my phone could cast the Fantasmagorium show to the TV and the restaurant. You know, I've tried to do that. I've tried to do that a couple times.
That'd be dope.
It is dope. Todd Michael says, sports bars love it when you talk nerd shit on TV. Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
Like statistics.
Yeah.
Which is what, most sports conversations are about. How many times did they win? How many goals did they get? How many RBIs?
Our largest audience is 18 to 34.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that includes sports people too.
Yeah. Todd Michael says, by the gods, why don't people pick the hair out of their ears?
I'm not sure how that pertains to I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
Yeah, but Todd Michael, I have to say, I'm wearing headphones and all of this, like I'm a completely bald man. This is the most creative ear hair comb over that I've ever succeeded upon. Todd Michael says, Ripley and Sarah Connor had multiple appearances, so maybe that'll change when Furiosa appears more than before he regenerated. Not to be confused with Megaopolis, the Fourth Doctor final episode in the late 1980s. Very well. Like, I'm just running with this. I have no idea what you're trying to say. I kind of get it. Todd Michael, you're not alone. I wish I had some kind of passion project. Well, I'm really into typing a whole lot. Somebody else talk. Yeah. I thought we were talking. Todd Michael says, oh, sure, Scotty would love The Godfather if they had filmed those vagioplasty chapters. Like, I don't even know what a vagioplasty is, but I'm sure it takes a lot of skill. I mean, who wouldn't? Says Todd Michael. Terje says, looking forward to seeing Coppola's Dracula when it arrives on 4K in my mailbox. Yeah, absolutely, Terje. That is amazing. Like, I would like to see that either in cinema, and I did see that. I saw Coppola's Dracula or Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
In a theater in Bermuda.
Really?
When it first came out. And it was absolutely, like, it was engrossing.
I saw it at the theater too. It's great on the big screen.
Yeah. And so I was very, very taken by it. I think it is an unsettling film. It's not a horror movie, but it's also, like, I think it's a great interpretation of the Dracula story while also being true to everything that had come before it. Anyway. Yes. Terje says, not seen that in a decade. Todd Michael says, have you ever seen the Frank Langella Dracula, Terje? I don't know about Terje, but I have never seen the Frank Langella.
I have. It's actually not bad.
I like Frank Langella.
I like him. Yeah, I like him too.
Todd Michael says, it is kind of a forgotten movie, possibly. Yeah. So no one is responding to any of our hot takes?
Yeah, I don't. Well, maybe We haven't gotten there yet, though.
Okay, I haven't. Terje says, I haven't. No, I have it on DVD, but never got around to it. Well, if you own it, watch it. Prequel to Sucker Punch? No, no. Punchy suck, suck my punch, suck her. No. Stop. Fluff. Blah 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 blah. Skip. Yeah.
Look, I know. I don't know. What are they going to do? I don't know if you want to. If they do a prequel to the movie, it can't be the original actresses, right? So,
well,
unless
and
they get the aging going, but
the setup for the movie is achieved by Zack Snyder, whether you like the movie or not, within the first 10 minutes of the movie. Like, Zack Snyder knows how to build a movie and get you invested, and so he did everything self-contained within Sucker Punch. You don't need a prequel, a sequel, a fucking sidequel, a spin-off. It doesn't need to be done.
I don't agree. I wouldn't want to see a prequel, but I would like to see his cut of the movie.
Well,
that director's cut. So I'm down for that.
Well, and I hope you get what you want, man.
Probably won't. I don't think it's going to happen.
The perfect philosophers of the Rolling Stones. You don't always get what you want. Terje says,
"Oh, okay. When are the Snyder cuts of how old family home videos coming? Asking for a friend of me. I don't know.
I don't know what that is in reference to.
I think it's just basically Terje saying there's a Snyder cut for every movie he's ever made. Might as well just release them all, right?
Might as well.
Super sticker.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Terje says, shine on, you crazy diamonds.
Love her diamond super stickers. Always make me happy.
And also, big shout out to like one of the biggest supporters of the channel.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome. And her amazing shows over at the Burn Network.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, the PGS All-Stars and the PGS Reviews. If you have an opportunity, you should definitely check. It's great. It's awesome. I do have to say that I didn't watch the Protege review just because I haven't Protege yet.
What?
But anyway.
Oh, you froze there for a minute.
Yeah, it sounds like me. Simone says, it's a Festivus for the rest of us. Yes, bless the Seinfelds. Terje says, I have the Seinfeld box with an included coffee table book. Oh, does it have the legs? That would be great. Terje says, Seinfeld is great, but Curb Your Enthusiasm is my drug. Yeah, that's fine. I understand.
Druggy.
Terje says, don't argue, old internet couple. It makes little big Terje cry from my childhood trauma. Agreed. And yeah, no, but we did for a bit there. And I thank you for sticking through.
It's fun. It's fun to, we don't have to agree all the time. It's fun to disagree.
I know.
Have passionate debates and shake hands and say good jobs afterwards. I think. I think those are fine. We're going to have those on these shows because we're not going to agree on everything. We don't, obviously. There's a bunch of times that he'll Scotty will say he likes something or doesn't like something, and he's just wrong.
Yeah, and there are some times when Steve says that he likes things, and I accept his apology.
Correct. So it is what it is. But it's definitely they're fun, passionate debates. There's I think we say this almost every show. We love doing the show together. We love hanging out and talking about this stuff. And whether when we get into a little fiery debates, I think it makes for a better show sometimes. So.
Oh, that was barely fiery.
That was barely fiery.
That was like sharing a we were both in a jacuzzi, but like a very big jacuzzi.
A big one.
Yeah, and so we're on opposite ends, and we're talking, and we're just like, Lord Palmerston, Pip the Elder. Anyway, yes.
Okay. So I think that was the last one, dude.
That's it?
I think that's it for the day. Went
Well-
long today, hour 30 today.
I know. I think we were just talking to each other.
Yeah. There was a bunch of news, which was cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a good show. I love doing these shows.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, so they're awesome. Yeah. Well,
All
maybe
right.
I'm the only one, but no, I'm
So if you're still here, and that's highly unlikely, come back later and check out Martini's Gadgets and Guns. We're going to be talking about You Only Live Twice. It's going to be Catherine being an absolute goddess when it comes to James Bond.
kidding. Oh, yeah, savant-like.
And we're going to be having a very scattered, I'm going to have a terrible bandwidth. Nothing is going to go well, but Catherine is going to knock it out of the park.
She always does. And
She does.
her knowledge on Bond is next level. So come check that out tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Agreed.
And that will be that'll be a fun show. I got a new Hawaiian shirt to go with the show, so I'll be showing that off tonight. And I did there was actually some news to talk about, so there's actually stuff to talk about this week, not just kind of the list and the rundown but of the movie, but there's actually news.
Yeah.
New news that we can talk about, which will be fun.
I'm really looking forward to the show. Yes.
And we also have some new t-shirt designs to show off as well. So that'll be cool. Now, the Martini's Gadgets and Guns one.
Well, that's a really good one too. Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be visual.
We are live. All right,
Yeah.
guys. So I think that'll do it. Unless you have anything else, Scotty.
No, I'm done.
Awesome. So for Scotty R37, I am Steve Foley. Have a great day, everybody.
See you guys.